So this video is a follow-up to my last animation. I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description as well as in the card icon above. It will give you better context for this video, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Also, stay till the end to see if your name was entered in the end card, as well as me saying thank you for sharing my videos and helping me get out there. Now into the video. This story takes place in middle school, specifically my 7th grade year. After 1 year of attending this zoo, I was comfortable. I had a group of friends who I hung out with every day. We were all on the same page in class. Granted, 7th grade was the best year of public school I've ever had, mainly because my school was full of savages who would make the principal himself shit his pants. And I made some cringy and corny moves, and 99% of them were made during the time I was in middle school. So let's get into it. So if you watched the previous video, you would know I had a huge crush on this girl who I'm gonna call Rachel. Just like 6th grade, we had the same homeroom, and in the school, the homeroom all had the same classes. So naturally, everyone in the class knew each other very well. I was well known mainly for getting good test grades and playing basketball, which was easy for me because I used to live in Trinidad, and if y'all know anything about having Trinidadian immigrant parents in general, getting bad test grades is like a sign of getting a premeditated ass whipping. So when I came back to America, New York City in particular, passing my classes were just easy for me. Can I be real for a second? The only reason I wanted to get good test grades was because of video games. I barely had any video games. Shit, I had a PlayStation 2 when the PlayStation 4 had been out for 2 years. All my friends would be playing GTA and Call of Duty, while I'd be playing Street Fighter and Dragon Ball Z. So now that you can see where most of my drive was coming from, you would see why I was a little bit of an overachiever. Now, anyways, back to the topic. It's now last period class, English with Miss Codrington, and I just happened to sit across the room from Rachel, which was a big distraction. I thought this girl was so fine at the time. I upgraded from not saying one word to her to telling her, hey, once a day, and I thought, okay, Talik, you're making progress. Now all you've got to do is make her your girlfriend. So I had no game at the time. I didn't know what it took to get a girlfriend. I thought all I had to do was be straightforward. But if you watch the last animation, you'd know that wasn't gonna happen. So I immediately thought of the greatest idea ever. Class was about to end in 15 minutes, and I didn't want to go another day of seeing Rachel leave class without letting know how I really felt. I decided to write an old-fashioned love letter, and at the time, I thought it was genius, especially because I'm a good writer. I had a feeling she would like it, she would read it, she would giggle, we would date, we'd get booed up after class, we'd get married. Just a fairy tale in my 13-year-old boy brain. I tore out a piece of paper from my book and began to write, and the letter went something like this. Dear Rachel, I want to let you know I think you are very beautiful. Gotta set the mood. I might be in love with you, and I know we don't talk much. We never talked, and you probably barely noticed me. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I was hoping we could hang out sometime, get to know each other, and go out. I know I'm not the most popular, not the tallest, and overall just a background character. Yeah, I wasn't the most confident guy at the time. But if you would consider giving me a chance, I swear we'd have a lot of fun and we could be together. Signed by yours truly, Talik. What's wrong with me? Like really, what's wrong with me? I folded the note in half and waited for the teacher to turn around and handed it to the closest person across the room. So the girl who received the note passed it to Rachel, and I see her reading the letter. Okay, this is good. So I put my head down in my arms and peek ever so often. This was the equivalent of me sending a risky text message and throwing my phone across the room. You know, but in real life. All of a sudden, I saw Rachel take the letter I spent 5 minutes writing and throw it in the recycling bin. My heart was broken. So I thought, maybe I should write another one.
Bruh.
So I wrote another letter and did the same thing. This time I handed it to her. And after reading the first 2 lines, she threw it away again. So I just gave up. I stopped trying. The bell rang, and before Rachel left, I caught up to her and asked, "Hey, it's Rachel. Did you get my letter?" "Yes, Talik, I got your letter." "Rachel, listen, I really like you, and I think you're pretty cool and smart, and I just want to..." And she cuts me off and tells me, "Talik, listen, I think you're cool, okay? But I don't like you like that. You're just not my type. Your letters got thrown out because I don't want to see that shit, okay? Bye." And yeah, she walked off. I walked home, went in my room, locked the door, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I cried. I cried because at the time, I had over-the-top strong feelings for this girl, and in school, I saw the popular kids and the troublemakers get the girls, and of course, I'm neither of those things, and I honestly think I didn't stand a chance with getting somebody, or just even being with somebody who I really liked because of how I was perceived. But even when I was being myself, or at least I thought I was, I didn't get the result I wanted. And from that point on, I didn't talk to Rachel for the rest of the school year. Every time I saw her, I would just pretend she didn't exist. I didn't want to bother her, and the following year, the homeroom rules were changed. From that point on, we went our separate ways. You know, we both went to different high schools, and although deep down, I still really liked her, I killed all those emotions because at the end of the day, I couldn't do anything about it. And although I was hurt, I was proud of myself because at least I had the balls to go up to her and tell her how I felt. And it was from this one rejection I learned how to handle 99% of the other rejections to the best way possible. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Moral of the story. In this life, you will face rejection. And although it may not seem fair, sometimes there are things about it we cannot control. And it's best we acknowledge that we can't control them and move on because no one in this world owes you anything. And although I never got to date Rachel, the girl of my dreams at the time, the lesson learned from it gave me the courage to just keep pushing forward. And although things don't go my way, that's okay. No matter what the outcome, just be myself and keep pushing forward. Because there is always a better day ahead. And every dog has his day. Hey, if you guys made it to the end of the video, you are a real one. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out to watch my video, y'all. It really means a lot. Also, quick announcement. We've got to say a warm welcome to the 55 new members of the family. That's right, 155 subscribers right now, currently. And I have no words, like, of how fast we're growing. You know, I truly appreciate every single one of you guys. You know, you guys who comment, like, and even share. You know, like, these are things that you don't really have to do, but you guys do it because you guys really mess with my content, so I really appreciate it. I made sure I went plus ultra on this one. I hope y'all noticed, but you know, if you didn't, that's okay too. Also, if you had shared my video, you will see your name pop up here I have a list of names right here. You're gonna see it, and that is a way of me saying thank you for sharing my videos. You will always get shouted out. So yeah, new video drops. I have no idea when, because I go by a formula, not a schedule. But just know your boy is always working. All right. So I love you guys. Sorry I sound like this. I'm super tired. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.